Nike is the world's leading sports footwear, apparel, equipment and accessories company.
Yes, we always talk about this one. It's one of my favorites. Phil Knight.
In fact, we've dressed you up in Nike kit before for one of your shows.
Yeah,
I think we've got to get that on the go again.
A great company, fabulous, branded consumer giant. Phil Knight and Bill Bauman. Remember, he was the guy that made the shoes with his wife's waffle iron, and that wasn't all that long ago. Market cap nearly $100 billion.
$96.5 billion to be precise, PE of 26.5 and a dividend yield of 1.1%. Can you go wrong with this leading play in the sports apparel space?
We spoke about this about 2 months ago, and it was our investment of the day, and it would be very difficult to not make it the investment of the day again. This is a really well-run company. They're in a very, very good space. Athleisure, massive in fashion right now, along with a move towards healthier living. They've got the brand equity that really just beats the rest of the market, especially when it comes to the US. You've got the Summer Olympics coming up, which should support sales. It just looks really good.
Paul, let's get a graph and your time period in the stock.
Yeah, also one that we've owned a long, long time. Again, I must have owned them for 7 or 8 years at least. And the last period, well, they did get to an all-time high of around 65, and they've sagged a bit, but it's been a bit of a difficult year, like we've said, in the US market, still somewhat
So
flat.
nothing specific to Nike that has impacted the share
look,
price?
Their main competitors in the marketplace, of course, are Adidas, and then in the US, companies like Under Armour. Adidas had a very bad patch, but has recovered very nicely. But sales remain strong. Remember, millennials, that's young people in America, apparently they're not running half marathons as much as they used to because they've all switched to things like CrossFit and yoga. But you've got to have shoes for that too. Plus, remember, the apparel is a growing portion of the total. So sports shoes remains a very strong business with the whole Flyknit thing going on. But the apparel is now where the real sales growth has come from.
Downside risks?
Oh, downside risks. Weaker global growth, weaker than expected US growth. They're 40% exposed from a top line perspective
to the US.
And then further dollar strength or renewed dollar strength will probably have a negative impact, which is probably why you've seen that little blip on that graph over there. They do have 60% offshore sales, so it will impact on the balance sheet.
Well,
just one other tiny trend to point to is they appear to be, like all of these global sports apparel brands, de-emphasizing team sponsorships a little bit and going for these sort of superstar sport performers.
but they have had a couple of
Nike has
blitzes
had
in the individual superstar
Tiger Woods.
performers. In fact,
Yeah.
there's a joke going around that just don't do it.
Yeah. Exactly, because otherwise you'll end up with a company like Tiger Woods, Oscar Pistorius,
Maria
Lance Armstrong.
Sharapova.
Maria
Some
Sharapova.
individuals that
But you know, it's also
have
part
made
of
headlines for the wrong reasons.
it's also part of the game, right? So that's part of the way they run these things, is that there's always some new superstar coming through. So, you know, you can farm it around a little bit.
Well, yeah, that's your opinion on this one. Hot or not?
Oh, it feels like I'm going hot on all of these stocks, but hot.
You are. Hot or not?
Definitely. Absolutely.